Welcome everybody to Clarington Kia. Listen, I'm super excited to show you this vehicle. This is a 2022 Ford Mach-E Performance Edition, one owner vehicle, just over 36,000 kilometers. This is an incredible EV right here at Clarington Kia. Now listen, I'm enthusiastic about EV. That's all I drive. I have an EV9 and a Tesla, and this would have been high on the list if I needed something kind of in between the EV9 and a Tesla, because this has got tons of room in the back, seats for 5 adult passengers, and I mean, it is an absolute ton of fun to drive. So stick with me. If you don't want to hear all about the EV stuff, you can fast forward a little bit. We are going to take you on a tour of the exterior and interior condition, as well as the other features on this. But right now we're going to talk about the EV power plant on this Mach-E Performance. It's important to know, so if you're looking at EVs, you're not 100% familiar with this kind of stuff, you're going to have a little bit better knowledge starting now. Okay, so this Mach-E has a 91 kilowatt hour battery pack. Think of that as like your fuel tank. So it's got 91 kilowatt hour battery pack. That's a good size battery pack for a vehicle of this size and weight. Overall, it's going to give you around 418 kilometers of electric range. That's ideal range, meaning, you know, climate is good. You're not absolutely smoking the tires on this thing because it is a performance. That would drain the battery a little bit quicker too. But ideal range is 418. Now, it is a dual motor, all-wheel drive vehicle. So you've got one electric motor on the front axle, one electric motor on the rear axle, giving you all-wheel drive. Now, because it's electric, I want you to picture in your head an electric drill. When you push the trigger, the drill just goes to full speed right away, right? Same idea with an electric car. You can get this thing, I mean, not to full speed, but like full power almost instantly, which is why this has a 0 to 60 time of 3.7 seconds, hence the performance model. Absolutely incredible, very fast, super fun to drive. It's equivalent to about 480 horsepower and 634 foot-pounds of torque. That's like the initial pulling power from a stop. It's so much fun. Now, if you're just, you know, going to use this as a regular vehicle, you just like the looks of it and, you know, figure the performance, why not? Yeah, I mean, you can totally do that. It's going to drive like every other electric vehicle in the sense of when you want power, it's there. When you want the efficiency of an electric vehicle, it is also there. So don't be fooled by the fact it says performance. This is for sure going to give you extremely good range if that is what you want out of it. All right, so that kind of covers the EV component portion. It will take a charge of about 150 kilowatt hours input. So those fast charging stations are going to be easy to find. You'll see that in the infotainment screen. There's some great apps for it as well. Okay, I'm excited. Let's continue showing you this incredible performance model. Now, as you can see from that side profile that I keep on scanning over, it is an SUV, but it's definitely like a shooting brake, kind of station wagon-y, but a little bit taller appearance, which is why this is so wildly popular, because there's really not a whole lot like this on the road. Now, the performance model gives you these incredible 20-inch alloy wheels. These look absolutely stunning. It's got Pirelli tires, and then behind that we have the performance Brembo brakes as well, with larger rotors. So all that being said, if you are putting, you know, kind of the pedal to the metal, so to speak, you've got the Brembo performance brakes behind it to give you that stopping power. Now, this one also gives you, because it's performance, upgraded, what do they call it? Shoot, there's a term for it, but the suspension, it's a sport suspension. There's a term for it. It does give you the upgraded performance suspension to kind of handle the corners as well. Now, here is our charging input. You can see you've got the bigger one for the fast charge, and this would be your home charger. You can lock charger. This kind of gives you the idea of where your charging percent is at. You're going to see the Mustang logo almost everywhere they can put it, because they're really happy and proud of this branding, obviously. The Mach-E 4X just indicates it is 4-wheel drive. Now, underneath the side view mirrors, we've got a camera there because it does have the around view camera system. Now, as we're doing this tour, I will point out dings, dents, scratches if we see any. This is the point of the video, is really not to convey how much I love this car, but to give you an idea of the condition of it, so that way you don't have any second guesses and you can visit Clarington Kia with full confidence that this is a great vehicle. LED rear tail lights. Those are right off of the Mustang. You'll notice if you pull up behind a regular Mustang coupe, you're going to see the exact same tail lights. Really nice looking rear bumper. We have rear sonar. Of course, there's no exhaust because there's no engines. All right, and now it's a power tailgate, so flipping this open, absolutely tons of room back here. We have the cargo cover, so that way, you know, you've got some privacy for your stuff back here. We have the rubber cargo mat. We even have, this looks like, yeah, this is the original floor mat still in the plastic, because when you get inside, you're gonna see we've got the rubber floor liners already in there. All right, back bumper is good, free of scratches. Coming around to the passenger side, don't see any door dents. Everything is nice and neat and tidy here. Now, I can't wait to show you the front because the front looks absolutely stunning. I love the front bumper. Let's start off with this amber reflector and this really cool looking cutout in the front bumper right there. Nice, super aggressive look, as you can see. We've got LED headlights with LED daytime running lights. All right, and then as we take a step back, you get that kind of full presence. I mean, it is a great looking vehicle, very mean looking. Love on the performance model, this lower chin spoiler, okay? That makes it look super cool. We've got the glass front grille with the, gosh, come on, get it right. The Mustang logo. I don't know why I'm taken aback by that. Just a few minor little stone chips, but however, you should note that this has 3M protectant film. So this line here is the clear piece of plastic kind of sticker, for lack of a better term. And all these little stone chips are superficial because if you get a lot, you peel that plastic off, fresh paint underneath. Now, the only thing I noticed for cosmetic damage is right here on the front bumper, and it's very hard to see it there. Just a couple of light little scratches right there on the front bumper. Other than that, this is literally a 9 out of 10 for exterior condition. Hi, John Matos. So, how do we get in the Mustang? Because you're like, well, where's the door handles, bud? Really cool, right up top. Push, it pops it open, nice open and soft close. Having our look at the interior for the first time, you'll see we've got leather bolstering with like a suede interior. Nice pattern on the suede. Love the contrast stitching. We've got a nice center armrest. There's no rips, tears, stains, or burns anywhere on this interior, and it is a non-smoker vehicle. We have our vents in the back. We also have a USB-C and a regular USB port. And then there are the floor liners I was telling you about. So new carpet mat, rubber floor liners already down. Now we have a Bang & Olufsen sound system, so lots of speakers in the Mach-E to give you incredible sound. You'll see that here. We've got that nice suede insert here on the door panel as well. Now have a look at these front seats. So here's where you open up the front, give it a push, and then it's got like this little handle just for your little fingertips. Have a look up. Look at the glass roof all the way to the back. I almost forgot to show you that, but the glass roof goes all the way to the back. Look at these seats. Just incredible bolstering. If I zoom in here, you'll see the Ford Performance logo, because these are a performance design seat. Performance design seat really gives you nice bolstering on the sides. We've got a power driver seat with power lumbar support, and that's hooked up to a 3-driver memory setting, okay? Our floor liners in the front, the Mustang GT door sill plate, and it is a power passenger seat as well. Now, I did forget, which happens, to show you the frunk, which is the front trunk, because EVs have frunks. Check this out. This is an actual functioning frunk. I say that because, oh, I got a sugar. 1 second. I popped it, but you have to do it twice. It is a functioning frunk, and I say that because some EVs, won't mention names, don't really have much of a frunk. It's kind of pointless, but this one here, that is not pointless. Lots of space down here for whatever kind of cargo. I always loved putting my takeout down here in my EV because it doesn't stink up the car. This one here, put whatever you want. You could put some ice down there. It's got a drain plug, put some pops, whatever you like. Now, maintenance on EVs can be a little expensive. Tires, you know, you're gonna have to replace tires like every other car, and windshield washer fluid. Man, this stuff, I mean, it can be expensive, right? Mustang logo underneath the front hood. That was a joke, by the way. Windshield washer fluid's not expensive. Well, I mean, it is, but that EVs, I mean, there's practically very little maintenance on them. Now let's go hop inside here. All right, so here's our first look at the interior of the Mach-E, and as you can see, pretty darn impressive. We have this beautiful portrait style touchscreen display. We have this very, very cool slim driver's gauges here. And as you notice, there is nothing screaming out EV or range or anything like that to give you kind of that anxiety that you'd have, oh my gosh, wait, none of that. Because I'll be honest with you, like I say, I drive only EVs. There's no reason to have any range anxiety whatsoever. There are stations everywhere. Everywhere. Every dealership in this auto mall has a station that's available to the public to access. Charging stations everywhere, so don't sweat it. Download any EV plug app to your phone and then zoom out and you'll just see it's like blisters of pockets of EV charging stations everywhere. So don't sweat that stuff. That's all I'll say about that. I've had an EV since 2021. My wife now drives one. She was a little skeptical, but she loves it now too. All that great stuff, okay? So don't sweat that stuff. Now, that's a lot. Let's talk about advanced safety features. The Mach-E does not have anything missing. We have forward emergency braking. We have rear emergency braking. We have blind spot warning. We have lane keeping assist. We have adaptive cruise control. We have, I don't believe this has the blue cruise. I could be wrong though. I wasn't able to find it in a setting. So if it does have blue cruise, I apologize. If you know where to find it, let me know when you find it. Blue Cruise is kind of the automated or autonomous driving system that Ford has, so it kind of does a lot of the driving for you on the highway. Not to be confused with autopilot from Tesla, where it navigates city streets. This is just like adaptive cruise on steroids. It does steering on the highway and all that. Really cool. Nonetheless, has every safety feature you could possibly want in this Mach-E to keep everybody inside, obviously, nice and safe. Now, we have a leather heated steering wheel, another Mustang logo, as you can imagine. And then in our driver's gauges, let's talk about what we have here. So it's important. So on the side, it gives you our range in kilometers and our battery percentage. Super simple, super straightforward. That's all you need to know. What is your range? And you can trust this range. This range updates as you drive, by how you're driving, by the climate, by if you're on a lot of inclines, if you're doing highway mileage, because highway mileage, believe it or not, gets you less range than city driving, and I'll explain now why that is. Now, if you see here, see where it says brake and ready? So the Mach-E and every other EV can be driven with what's called one pedal driving. So one pedal driving, meaning just the accelerator pedal acts as your, I want to say gas, but it's not gas, your acceleration and your brake. And how that works is really simple. So you've heard the term regenerative braking, I'm sure, when you look and research EVs. Regenerative braking, what it does is it takes those electric motors, and when you release from the accelerator pedal, it puts those motors in reverse, acting like a generator to then regen or put more power back into your battery. So if you have a really, really long off-ramp on the highway, you get off the highway doing 120 and you let off nice and slow, you'll see sometimes you get a 1%, or I've never seen 2 to be honest, but you'll get a 1% increase to go from 52 to 53. That's the regen braking. Now, where that works with a one pedal drive system is when you let off of the accelerator pedal, the slower you let it off, the slower it grabs those electric motors and kind of, simulates a nice, slow, smooth stop. If you let your foot off the accelerator pedal, like just right off, lift it right up, it simulates not an emergency brake by any means, but it definitely simulates, putting your foot on the brake. It's putting those motors in full reverse, and it slows down pretty good. So all you have to do, and this takes 3 to 5 minutes of driving with one pedal driving, is just understand how quickly or slowly you need to release that accelerator pedal to brake at the speed or deacceleration that you kind of want for what you're trying to stop for. It sounds so much more confusing than what it is. So visit Clarington Kia, get behind the wheel, put it in one pedal and drive, and then you'll see exactly what I mean. The big benefit of that not only is obviously extending the range, those Brembo brakes now don't work nearly at all because you're one pedal braking. You're not actually using those physical Brembo brakes. That is great. That means less brake maintenance. That means less brake replacement because you're letting the car do the work, not the brakes do the work. And that, to me, is key. Now, a lot of people will say, well, yeah, but then the rotors rust and da-da-da-da-da. For sure, yeah, absolutely. Could be the case. So why don't we just counteract that? When you get in the car, brake once or twice using the brake pedal. Clean off the rust on the rotors, enjoy your drive. That would do the trick. That's all you need to do. Ford might even have something where you have like a brake disc cleaning mode. I know the EV9 does, where it just cleans the disc brakes for you when you push hold the button, just so that way you don't have that issue. One pedal driving, thumbs up, love it, use it all the time. Never, 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 never have I turned it off. My one vehicle has 120,000 kilometers, and I still have 8 millimeters left on my brake pads. And if you know anything, they come with 10. Like, incredible, okay? That's the one pedal driving experience that I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get into this incredible portrait mode on this Mach-E. Look at this thing. This is incredible. Love this display. Doesn't at all intrude into your line of sight, by the way, just in case you were wondering. So we have it on the navigation mode right now. We can push this button here, and it gives you access to all your apps. So you got phone, navigation, media, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Of course, you have that. We have charging, public charging, trips, all that cool stuff. Now, if you want it, we'll talk about charging real quick. So putting it on here. So it shows you your state of charge. It shows you the EV driving history. That's going to give you like your kind of efficiency on this car. If you've been driving it super efficient or been driving it really hard, it'll kind of give you your average kilowatts per kilometer range, which is kind of like your liters per 100 kilometers for a gas car. Departure and comfort. So cool thing with EV, you can set a departure time and it will automatically turn the car on and get the climate control up to what you want it to be before you even get to the car, and you can schedule that. Love that. Very cool, very convenient. You can do this from the Ford app as well, because you're going to download the Ford app when you get a Mach-E, because you can do a lot of really incredible customization and really manage the car from that Ford app. It's a paid subscription service. Definitely just pay for it. It's probably super cheap. You'll understand why. Even if you just paid for the month just to say, okay, I'll try it, you'll never stop using it, okay? So yeah, and then you can also, you can schedule the charging. So obviously you want to charge this at home on off-peak hours. So you can have it scheduled so that it only charges after 7 p.m. So you get the least amount of cost to charge your car. And on a 92 kilowatt hour battery, I mean, it is not going to cost you a lot. I mean, if you do the math, 92, and I think it's 8 cents per kilowatt hour. Anyway, it's like $1, $1.50, something crazy. Super cheap to get you all that 418 kilometers of range. Put that back into gas, I mean, you'd be spending 30, 40 bucks to do that. So wild, right? Okay. Media, XM satellite radio. As I mentioned, it has the Bang & Olufsen sound system in this car. Incredible audio system. I won't get into that. There's a lot more we really want to talk about. The public charging thing shows you all the charging networks. I don't necessarily think this is the right one to use. I would download an app on your phone. The best one that I see is a Better Route Planner, ABRP. Download that to your phone and you can actually put in your vehicle that you're driving, and it gives you a slew of different easy to use things to plan out trips and charging and all that great stuff. Okay, so that's what I would use, ABRP. Great app. Entertainment, because when you're charging, obviously you got to do something fun. So they got all these cool little games. Cool, whatever. I mean, yes and no. Who cares? All the settings are available right here in the touchscreen display. All right, we even have Amazon Alexa, which is really cool. The Ford Assist. Software updates, because it does have over-the-air software updates. So as Ford releases new stuff, recalls, whatever it might be, you can do a lot of them through the over-the-air updates. You'll see here, unbridled. So if you want to access all of those 400 or whatever horsepower, 650 foot-pound of torque, put it on unbridled and just hang on for dear life, because this thing moves fast. You'll see the one pedal drive. You can turn it on or off. Auto hold, that just means when you come to a stop, it keeps it there. Anyway, we won't get into all that. There's too much to talk about. Let's look at the camera system real quick. So this is our around view camera up top, and then the front view camera, just by default when you hit the camera button. When you put it into reverse, obviously, you get the rear view camera, which you see there. All right, so great camera system on this, makes it really nice and simple to park. Down below, we have our dual zone climate control, our heated seats, our heated steering wheel. Everything is located right here, really nice and convenient. Now we've got our USB ports and a wireless charging pad, some cup holders here, And then this is our gear shifter. So, I mean, you've seen this on other cars. I don't need to talk about that. Electronic parking brake. Cool. Love the center armrest. You get the GT embossed in that nice leather. And then underneath, we've got some more room, junk storage, all that cool stuff right under here. All right. And then last but not least, just want to kind of show you the detail. Again, we have that nice suede insert, kind of like a denim and a suede on the dashboard here. Yeah, I mean, this is an incredible, incredible vehicle. All right. Last but not least, here's our Carfax 2024 Ford Mustang Mach-E, one owner vehicle. Now, it does show an accident on this. I'm going to show you this here for more detail. This is like the most minor thing you're ever going to encounter. So right here on the May 26, 2023, there was an accident claim, damage reported, minor damage, and the amount of, they estimated $4,255. Okay? $4,255 is nothing on this car. And when I say it's nothing, I mean, literally, you probably couldn't replace the front bumper for $4,000. Okay? Here's, oh, by the way, cool door handle, right? You couldn't replace the bumper for $4,000 on this car. So something super, super, super minor. Do not let that at all scare you off of this incredible find here at Clarington Kia. So folks, if you want to get behind an EV, you want a lot of space, but you want a super fun drive, but range. And I mean, look at this thing, a black Mustang Mach-E Performance. I'm damn near tempted to try to buy this myself and replace my Model 3. Beat me to it. Visit us here at claringtonkia.ca, either in store or in person. We're right here in the heart of Bowmanville, where you can get behind the wheel of this absolutely incredible EV from Ford, the Mustang Mach-E GT Performance. We can't wait to see you here at Clarington Kia. And if it's still here when you get here, that means I didn't buy it, but someone is going to buy this really quickly. So we look forward to seeing you, and congratulations to whoever gets behind the wheel of this incredible Mach-E at Clarington Kia.